Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first Captain's Crest of the new year, 2019. I want to say formally Happy New Year's to everybody. Acknowledge some of the big events that happened. Of course, Clemson beating Alabama for the national championship, and a robust new fan base for the Los Angeles Rams as we enter the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So it's my two favorite teams, the Steelers and whoever's playing the Patriots. So go Rams. Want to make sure that everybody knows, the holidays are an important time for us, and I hope everybody was able to get some time off, kind of recharge your batteries and get a rest there. But now that we're back and you're getting back into your daily workload, I appreciate the hard work that you're putting in. I know we did a lot last year. It was pretty busy towards the end of the year with the hurricanes and inspections, and I'm looking forward to all the great things that we do this year as well. Some upcoming events, we've got the Navy Lodge is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year, so I'll be out there for a cake cutting tomorrow, Thursday of this week, and then throughout the year, the Navy Lodge program worldwide will be celebrating with various events and activities, some surprises for guests in the local military community. So all the lodges are kicking off with the cake cutting this month, and I'm happy to be able to celebrate with Pam Kimball and our Navy Lodge team over there tomorrow. Some of you have seen it already. We'll be doing a couple more of them, but the Command Climate Survey debriefs are going on right now. We're doing these as it's really important to me to make sure that everybody understands the effect that they have on the workplace and on the environment and those working around them. We really want to promote that positive environment within the command that allows everybody to perform at their maximum ability. You'll hear this during the brief, but 100% from 100%. We want to try to strive towards maximizing everybody's contribution. So we've completed 4 or 5 of the sessions already. We actually did a video of today's session at the base chapel during the all hands call, and we'll be doing a couple more over the next couple of weeks to try to catch a couple of other groups spread across the annexes. Now, if you have any questions about the survey or about the debrief or about from the Community Resilience team, you can contact Chief Sanders or NC1 Scotto, and they're kind of heading that up for me as we look forward to our next survey and really finishing out the actions from this last one and making some positive change for us. I probably don't have to tell you, but winter is upon us. It was down in the teens and 20s this week, and so I just ask everybody to take a look around the house and make sure you're prepared for that, and also look around your workspaces to make sure that we've got the right gear for our folks who are working outside, and that our facilities are prepared. We did have a incident, one of our tenant commands over the weekend, that some pretty significant flooding because of a malfunctioning this or that on the roof, and resulted in a water line break. And then in the middle of the night, we had people over there doing the cleanup and trying to get the place ready for everybody to work the next day. So please take a look around your workspace. If you open a window, close the window before you go home, that kind of thing, and let's take care of our facilities. If it does snow, when it does snow, make sure that you're properly physically prepared for that, and that you have the proper protective equipment when you go outside to try to clear your driveway. A couple of BZs to send out here. First, to the Martin Luther King observance we did last week at the base chapel. Really a tremendous event, and Public Affairs Officer Katisha, Chief Sanders, and Mr. Pugh, who was our guest speaker, along with a whole selection of sailors who got up and read the speech that Dr. King gave. What a powerful event that was, and 55 years later, still just an amazing, moving event. So I would like to thank you for that, and we're looking to put together some more observance events over the course of the year, and so please be on the lookout for those coming up. Additionally, we've got a BZ for Paula Hightower over at the Housing Service Center. We had a Navy Public Affairs team come over, and they were shooting a video on the Rental Partnership Program. It's a Navy-wide program, and our Housing Service Center facilitates that locally. And so she was the star of that, an interview there, and the expectation is that will go out to the NPACE channels and then Navy.mil and perhaps to all hands, and that could become a standard broadcast on the rental partnership program. So thanks, Paula, and congratulations for the great job you did there. Last week we also were able to host the Spanish frigate and their crew over at the cemetery at Portsmouth Naval Hospital Cemetery. If you've never been, it's a fantastic little piece of history there, and we've got over 100 graves of sailors and service members from all over the world, really. So we had the Spanish ship out there last week, and Public Works, Security, particularly Gina Perez, Kevin Sonkrant, and the PAO that worked with the pretty diverse group to get over there and run a first-class event. Some great photos on Facebook if you get a chance to see them, and really just honoring with the Spanish and the USS Mason the legacy of service of those sailors who are buried there. So thank you very much for that. We do have a request for another event like that with a Russian delegation, and working on setting a date for that sometime in February. So if you get a chance, we'll make sure we put that out to everybody and you want to come by. It really is a fantastic opportunity. So now I'd like to turn it over to our special guest for today, Security's leading Chief Petty Officer, Senior Chief Pendleton. She's going to talk to us a little bit about the upcoming ATFP exercise, Solid Curtain Citadel Shield. So Senior Chief, over to you.
Thank you, sir. So Solid Curtain Citadel Shield is an annual exercise for anti-terrorism force protection, and it's going to be held from the 4th to the 15th of February. This exercise is conducted by Commander U.S. Fleet Forces and for Commander Navy Installations. It is basically a training and readiness exercise that is meant to ensure that we are able to respond at all times to threats. It is not in response to anything in particular. There may be some additional activities taking place during that time, but we'll be sure to make sure that everybody is kept abreast of everything as we go along.
Well, thank you, Senior Chief Pendleton, for that information. As we know, these exercises are pretty important to the installation overall, and they're pretty high visibility across the region. So please make sure you're prepared for any kind of discontinuities in your daily routine, and I think we have a plan to manage the gate traffic, and it should be mostly transparent to you, but there are some events that will involve giant voice announcements and a couple other internal exercises, and as you said, we'll make sure people are well aware of those. Following that, Senior didn't get a chance to talk about it, but we do have another RAS inspection, a regional assessment security team coming over the week following Solid Curtain Citadel Shield. So our security department's going to be pretty busy, and our integrated training team's going to be pretty busy leading up to that and through that. So thank you in advance for all the work that's going into it and the attention to the detail that we're putting forth right now. And so I just ask for everybody's support to all your shipmates for that. That's all I've got for this week. Captain out.